It's week 3 of the NFL, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Voyagers and the Desperados, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Well, a tough start for both of these teams. Still searching for their first one of the season as we get going in week 3. Here's a return from the 7. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And leading them out is their second-year quarterback from Kentucky. He earned several starts as a rookie. It's Will Levis.
Levis came into this league with a big old arm and an even bigger chip on his shoulder, Kate, based on where he was drafted. I still remember that on draft day, and you could see the disappointment as he fell out of that first round. And because of it, he's just got that fight to him. It's easy to envision him proving those doubters, and so many of those teams who passed on him, wrong. Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Levis from the shotgun. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Voyagers getting ready to punt this skyward. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So they come on offense now, readying for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 12th-year pro from West Virginia, Geno Smith.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
First down, Smith to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Here's Smith. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. It'll be a punt coming up for the Desperados. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. Connects with Montgomery. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The rookie from Michigan, there that time. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Shotgun now for Levis. This is complete to Olave. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Levis now on first down. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that will set up first and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Voyagers go up 6-0 here in the first. David Montgomery with the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Voyagers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
This one caught by C.D. Lamb. It's a gain of 12 there. And they'll have first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's a give inside to Mostert. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Smith. That's a reception for Tyler Higbee. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They motion Dotson over left. Staying between the tackles with Mostert. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Going right back to Mostert. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Desperados reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Geno Smith with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Deontay Hardy to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He throws a bullet. That's complete inside the 35. And that is a touchdown. The Voyagers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Voyagers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And look at this return. Races past midfield. Into the red zone. Touchdown on an incredible return. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns. And Brock, here, we see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen a rule change that has invigorated special teams coaches, head coaches, all the coaches, as much as this one did this offseason, each looking for their own wrinkle to try to throw in there and do what we just saw, break it the length of the field for 6 big points.
That one right down the middle. And the Desperados tie things up at 14. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They're out and set, 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
From the gun, Levis. He's on the move. He'll step up, and there he goes. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Darius Slay with the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They kick the running back in motion. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, It can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Shotgun handoff for Mostert. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He's got time here. This is caught inside the 15. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Desperados break the tie here in the first. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Option play. Here's Montgomery. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back for the start of the second. Our visiting offense out in possession of the ball. They have second and pretty long here. Levis now off the play fake. Forced out to his room. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Levis setting to throw. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Cameron Johnston on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Desperados and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That's into the hands of Mostert.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. and he knocked him back across the line.
Smith on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll give them a 1st down. Putting a receiver in motion. Levis here on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. He keeps it and takes off. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to get it with the option here. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Motioning left is Olave. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
From the 20 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself. Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Jason Myers lining up for the field goal try. This 42 yards from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, here's Smith. It's complete to Higbee. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. From the gun, Smith. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Throw reeled in by Thomas. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. On the play fake, it's Levis. He'll get this complete to Pitts. Still has some space inside the 35. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
We always hear about a tight end as a quarterback's best friend. That play is so indicative of it, Kate. You love a big target, and you know if you could hit him in stride, he's got a chance to get some big yards after the catch.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Montgomery now up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Brazil. It's the Voyagers looking at 1st and 5. Levis from the shotgun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. From the pocket, looking for a target. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. Not sure he knew he went out of bounds before he made a play on that ball, Brock, but he was the first to touch it coming back in, and that's going to get the penalty. Opportunity here for this defense if they can make this stop on 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Levis. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Jason Myers lining up for the field goal try. This from 28 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Takes this in at the 25. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Voyagers and Will Levis set to take over again. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Throwing now on first down, Levis. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Levis now on first down. And Olave on the slant. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He's still going at the 30. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now motion him out of the backfield. Levis out of the pistol. He's on the move. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense to the line for second down. Here's Levis. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Levis. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Myers' kick is good. And they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brought down by the veteran, Carlton Davis. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. So now here's 3rd and 5. That brings us to the break. The visiting Voyagers holding an early advantage. Now we'll head back to North America ever so briefly. Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started out in the Sooner state of Oklahoma, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kyron Williams, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return coming from the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Desperados back out on offense as we see Raheem Mostert again. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. Running back sent in motion. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's Smith. That's into the hands of Moore. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fields this clean at the 30. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Voyagers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Levis now against the blitz. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now Levis. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Now outruns their offense to take over. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. It's Dotson on the catch. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Long-time standout Calais Campbell there for the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Able to get it to Moore. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
On now comes their punter. And a well-placed kick here. Not quite on the goal line, but they're pinned deep at their own 10. The Voyagers, down running back David Montgomery, getting back to work. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Looking to throw, Levis. To the outside and complete to Olave. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down. They give up the gut to Montgomery. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Takes off right out of the read option. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Man in motion here. Throwing his Levis on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication, everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
The Voyagers getting ready to punt this skyward. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be their football coming up. This offense ready to get going again now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on second down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
This finds Mostert. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Gotta figure out this third down here. Smith. Escapes the pocket. He's gonna tuck it and run. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Room to run inside the 20. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Desperados take a third-quarter lead. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Folk with a point after. And the Desperados jump in front now by 5. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Hardy on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Here comes their offense out again. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They bring Thomas in motion. Levis here on first down. Gets this to Montgomery. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the gun, Levis. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. They're set up at the 35 now. Levis setting to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On the handoff, this is Montgomery. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Three-quarters in the books from this one. They have the ball and could use an early score. They trail to start the 4th. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. From the 40 on second down. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Levis from the shotgun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. Shotgun now for Levis. And they get to him again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on two sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the sixth team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Mostert. There he goes on the right side. Hits the 20. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Desperados take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Hardy on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Breaks the tackle, still going. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. From the 37. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Throwing is Levis. Escapes the pocket. Oh, pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. His work begins at the 31. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. The Desperados and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Cut out left. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
The rush gets home, and they stick him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of sand, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Desperados. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Now this offense getting set to work here. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Levis out of the pistol. Montgomery hauls this one in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. They'll run again with Montgomery. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 48. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Into the hands of Pitts. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Levis back to throw. He's on the move, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Running back sent in motion left. Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Levis to the air now. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Escapes the pocket. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs. Now hold on a moment, folks. We got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. They're set up at the 35 now. The drive begins with a run for Mostert. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
It's Mostert on 2nd down. blasts through midfield. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. That play good for 17 and a first down. It's the 2-minute warning from Rio. Desperados nearing their first win of the season. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Going right back to Mostert. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time, 1:55 to go. Mostert gets it again here on 2nd. And he works this to the 38 before going down. We've got the medical staff headed out after the play, and we see we do have somebody injured out there. Oh, it's the running back, Raheem Mostert. 3rd and just 2 to go. From the gun, here's Pierce. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They'll go right back to Pierce. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
A give to Mostert out of the gun. And he only gets this one down to the 9. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So they happily go to a knee here and run out this clock, and they're finally on the board, their 1st win of the season.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And with the start they had in that 1st quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Desperados are your winners as we say goodbye from Rio de Janeiro.